Jada Pinkett Smith became a household name in the early 90s when she stunned us in films like Menace to Society. That's where she made her feature film debut before starring opposite Larenz Tate as his love interest in the 1994 great The Inkwell. But Jada made true movie magic when she teamed up with Queen Latifah for an all-female bank heist in Set It Off.
Well, now Jada and the Queen are together again for the first time in 21 years with a wild, raucous comedy. It's called Girls Trip. Jada plays this buttoned-up character who's trying to come out of her shell a little bit. So let's check this out.
Wait, but before we drink, we should get hydrated. Where is the water? Excuse me, miss.
Lisa.
Yes?
Okay, this weekend, we're gonna need a little less Mom Lisa and a little more Freaknik Lisa. Like Howard Homecoming Lisa.
Ooh, ooh, Bayou Classic Lisa.
That Lisa.
Like NBA All-Star Weekend Lisa.
That's shutting down. Come on now, you a fierce sexual goddess.
I'm a bad goddess.
Oh, yes.
Now go out there and slay.
That's it.
Let's do this.
All right. Have fun. I mean,
so much fun.
Sometimes you want a movie to just wrap, you know, just let's go. I want to go home.
Yeah,
But
no, we were all sad when this wrapped, for sure. We just, I mean, shooting the movie was like a girls' trip. We were actually in New Orleans, and every time we went to the set, every day for me was just like a joy.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed each other's company.
Yeah, that shows too, you know, when you feel it. You can't, no matter how good an actress you are, right, that's right.
And you have obviously a great relationship with Queen Latifah and the other women on the set. It just seemed like there's such an awesome chemistry among the group.
Yeah? One of the reasons why I took the movie was because Regina Hall was already attached.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to work with Regina because she's just so talented. And, you know, she's an awesome woman. I love her. And then I didn't know Tiffany Haddish at the time, but I know her now.
I am seeing her name everywhere now. Such a baudy girl.
Yes, Tiffany, like, she just kills in this movie. She steals every scene. She's like, she's gonna be a superstar.
That's great to hear.
How do you decide what role to take? Like, I would imagine you get scripts and you're like, yes, no, I'm not sure. What was it? Yeah. How do you decide?
Well, I liked this because it was a raunchy comedy for women, but it also showed our intelligence, it showed our softer side, it shows our flaws. Yeah, no. And so I really felt like, wow, it's a lot of comedy and it's raunchy, but it has a lot of heart and a lot of great messages as well.
And probably has a lot of truth, too.
Oh, definitely.
A lot of the best raunchy stuff comes out of just truth.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true, yeah.
The stuff out of this one right here.
Stop it.
Oh, my God.
What are you talking about? Jada, just a couple of days ago, you made some kind of big revelations, I thought, on Sirius radio. And one of the things you said that you talked about it with Sway and you talked again about it with me was you talked about your life before all of this.
Yeah.
And you talked about how you were running with a bad crowd and that you yourself were dealing drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big revelation. Why did you decide to talk about that now?
You know, I have been having kind of an existential crisis in regards to, I had gone to Atlanta and I had this whole meltdown about All Eyes on Me and the filmmakers. And, you know, I had an aha moment about 2 days ago realizing that I really wasn't, I'm not mad at the filmmakers. I was having, me and God were having an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, and just how my story started out in Baltimore City, really rough. And as I was coming out of a lifestyle, one of my closest friends was going into a lifestyle. And I was Tupac, and I was granted grace. I was saved, you know, and I made it, and he didn't. And I often question, how can that be? How can that happen? How can two people, you know, have these parallel lives? One makes it and one doesn't. And just realize, you know, even in his death, just feeling like he's not getting his just. And I had to realize that's not for me to decide. You
had to let it go.
I have to let it go. I have to have peace with what Pac's fate is, what his destiny is, and that it's not up to me to fix anything. You know what I mean? And I had to really look at my life and just come to peace with, hey, some of us make it and some of us don't, and that's okay, because we are all we all have a role to play. Pac's playing his role, and I'm playing mine.
By the way, that's good advice for anybody in life.
Yeah.
You're such a wonderful person, Jada. I said to Kath, I liked you before the interview, and now I'm in love.
Now we're kind of madly in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jada.
Sweetheart. Have all the best
Thanks
with
for coming to
the
see us.
raunchy, really dirty movie. It's called Girl Strip by our sister company, Universal Pictures. Hits theaters today.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.